on our program will be our very own Sister Mary Center, our well-known Sister Eva Lumas, who will cautionary member of our senior staff and will tell us all about International Women's Day. Give her a hand.
Good morning. And welcome to St. Mary's Center's celebration of International Women's Day. A celebration that women and men participate in annually in 27 countries around the world. International Women's Day began as a protest in 1909 to expose the inequality between women and men in social, political, and economic life of the communities in which they lived. Back then, women could not vote. They could not get credit to purchase a car or property on their own. They were routinely paid less than men for doing the same or a similar job. These injustices led women throughout the United States to march through the streets, chanting slogans that expressed their outrage and singing songs that expressed their hopes. And even though much has changed since the first observance of International Women's Day, we know that there is still a long way to go. Women are still not paid equally to men doing the same job. Women are still underrepresented in business and politics. Globally, women still do not have equal access to education and health care. The violence against women throughout the world seems to be getting worse. And the voices of women who work for peace and justice are still ignored by the governments and organizations who fracture the beauty of the world through exploitation, intolerance, and war. But even with these lingering injustices, the tone of International Women's Day has turned from protest to celebration within the last 15 years. Women have decided to make this day a time to celebrate who they are, to celebrate what they can do, to celebrate what they have done, what they continue to do, and what women will do to make the world better for themselves and others. International Women's Day has thus become a time for women and men to embrace the potential and the achievements of countless and sometimes nameless women who decided to do right when many people and situations around them seemed to be bent on doing wrong. So we marched today as a witness to the hope and courage of the women in this community who have turned their lives towards tomorrow while working hard to be a life-giving presence for today. And we gather now to honor the wisdom and work of women who refuse to let their pain destroy their hope or derail their commitment to make the world better. Indeed, it is good to be here. And now, let us continue to celebrate this day well.
For today. Next on our program is Carmen Recto, a special and wonderful elder from our St. Mary's Center Filipino community. Join me in welcoming Carmen as she shares words of wisdom.
Good morning, dear fellow seniors and my kababayans. Today we gather to celebrate International Women's Day. From time immemorial, women have played a vital role in the evolution of humankind. Our nurturing nature combined is practically have held families and culture together. In my time in the Philippines, I was born and raised in a culture where women married early and mostly in the home, women are raising children. There was something more than that. I want to finish my school. I work in a civil service, jobs, and the Philippine Congress, and judicial and military headquarters. As the youngest girl in the family, I was the voice of my sister who lived traditionally lives. I was a role model for my younger cousins and nieces. I'm proud to tell you that Philippines has moved on with the times. It is one of more progressive countries in terms of how the roles of women have evolved. We went through the of the shoes of Imelda Marcos to being one of the first countrywomen, the president, Cory Aquino, had administration revitalize the Filipino spirit, give hope to Filipinos who lived through 20 years of Marcos tyranny. When I immigrated to the U.S. 19 years ago, I felt a loss. All of a sudden, I'm out of comfort. So, my English diction is not proficient as in the Philippines. Washington was so-called rainy and gloomy. I could not go places because I do not drive. It took years to adjust. I found a niche in California with my friends and freedom of public transportation. I am able to live productive, independent life. I now enjoy retirement, but still actively involved in senior activities. It has been a wonderful journey of a Filipino incorporated in the melting pot of cultures, my country, my citizenship in the U.S. Thank you very much. I'm satisfied.
Let's give Carmen another hand. Okay, our next speaker is Katrina Totten, who is a singer of yoga and dancing. She is also working to create a new earth where women and men are equally empowered, respected, and supported to do the work we have been called out to do. Join us in welcoming Katrina as she shares the spoken words of peace, the pieces of enter.
What a crazy time we're living in, huh, sister? Where we don't even talk anymore. We don't talk, but I can hear you. We too are waiting through this. The same two stars guide us. Different floods, different bodies. I dreamt last night in fire and flight, and we were the fighters, warriors in this madness. But I awoke and found you here beside me, struggling to survive. All this is temporary. We all know that. You are my balance beam in an act of hi-hats. So many eyes are on us, sister. They are depending on this right here. Look into me as I reach towards your divinity, the only truth we have left. To acknowledge in you is to face up, the ultimate I have chosen until this moment to let come through me. I breathe into you, sister, so you can show me strength. Your promises are my leading light, and with you, there is no more need for flight. By your side, I am armed to fight, to reach new heights, to welcome life inside. Sister, I will not go against you. You guided me, provided me, when I felt there was no life left inside of me. Picture a world without his rules, the holy scriptures written as a mixture of all the good inside and nothing left to hide. Enter my mind, a safe place growing for all humankind. Into her you were born. Young women, don't forget your home. Inside her presence, constantly guiding you, I will stay strong despite the pain. Cleansed again in pouring rain. I cannot feign weakness. My heart beats again with the truth beneath us. Truly holding me, you will feel this. Free your mind of limitations. Sister, you were born to create. Not to fade into the will and ways. Not to behave, but just to find your core through beautiful phases and phrases. Write them out, now don't be afraid. For changes are upon us. The brightest chance spreads heavy on us. Breathe. Now is your time to flourish. No more fighting. Time to make of life what you were promised. Forget to doubt. Bathe in your holy heredity. Shine this light tonight, so at tomorrow's break, you will be reminded to wake again. Freer once more, resounding to a lion's roar, chasing water pour, the constant giving of our whole, and feeling more, always deeper and restored. Always tangled in the vines of endless breaking life. Mothers and fathers raising new daughters, brothers grow stronger. Within us burns a fist of fire, invincible wills will take us higher.